guys, welcome to another video from We're the Allisons. My name is Gabby, if you don't know already, and my husband is Jonathan. Sometimes with our schedules, we can't manage to get together and record a video, and I definitely like recording content, I think a lot better than he does. So I'm coming on here to kind of talk about my health journey, and I think that that's really big on YouTube right now. I think that a lot of YouTubers are changing their lifestyles and sharing their experiences, so I want to do the same. I know I'm not a big YouTuber, but I still think it's important, especially because a lot of YouTubers are coming from slightly overweight and I'm coming from much heavier, so I do want to share my experience with you. If you don't like these types of videos, feel free to click off. I won't be offended. If you do like it, please comment down below, share, like the video, subscribe to our channel, and I'd really appreciate it. So without further ado, let's get into the story time. So as I said before in the intro, you can obviously tell from my physique that I am not in the best health. Now, I am overweight. I don't have any sort of issues with my heart, if that makes sense. I don't have any issues with my blood pressure as of now. When I go into the doctor's office because of my anxiety, literally my blood pressure is more than they want it to be, but when I take it at home, it's perfectly normal level. And it's been better since I started this journey. So this is actually, like I said, part one of this video. There's another part, and I'm gonna talk about that in a second video because it contains some stuff that some people might not want to listen to. So I put that in a second video so no one really had to deal with it. But long story short, all of it starts with a doctor's visit to a specialist. So when I got there, they obviously took my vitals, they weighed me, and of course they didn't like my weight. I don't like my weight either. I've never liked my weight. But it wasn't until recently that I actually took my weight very seriously. And that's a part of the second part of this video. I wanted to quickly insert some photos from my childhood so you guys could see what I looked like as a toddler. Obviously, as you can see by these pictures, I wasn't always this big, but a couple of years after my toddler phase, I started gaining weight. If you were to ask my mom, she would tell you that I loved fruits and vegetables as a kid. I, didn't always binge on junk food or anything like that. And obviously when I got older, that was something that contributed to my weight. But when I was younger, I did kind of balloon from a smaller toddler to a bigger adolescent. So I also want you to understand that the specialist required me to have an ultrasound. And so I visited one day, and then 2 weeks later I had to come back. And in this first appointment, the first part of the video happened, and then the second part of the video happened at the second appointment, which is kind of funny. But I had to come back later for the specific problem I was facing, and she kind of talked to me about my weight when I was there the first time. Now, I know a lot of people are probably thinking that I got mad because she told me I was too fat. Absolutely not. Like, I understand that I'm overweight. I understand that people don't think it's healthy. I know it's not healthy. I understand, trust me. Like, I 100% understood that from the get-go. Now, the difference is I don't believe that because I'm overweight, you should treat me less than human. I don't think you should make fun of me. I don't think you should, make jokes about me or people like me. I think that it's dehumanizing to make someone who's overweight feel even worse about themselves, because some people, like I said, as you saw from the pictures of me, it's like night and day. Like, I think it's a lot of genetics. I think it's a lot of, income related, and it's just really hurtful, especially if you're confronting someone who's overweight, who's already trying to lose weight, and you're making fun of how they look now, but they're really trying, and you might not see that. And so it is really frustrating when people treat you less than human or make jokes at your expense because of your weight. No, the thing that really bothered me about this visit wasn't that she told me I was too fat. What bothered me about this visit is that this doctor, who literally, I don't want to say literally was the size of my pinky, but if I wanted to give her a hug, I could wrap my arms around her 2 or 3 times. That's how small she is. And I do want to keep in mind that she was working in an area where heart problems and diabetes are very common. I actually used to work in this area, but because of job changes and stuff like that, I started working where I was living, and I just go back and forth for this specialist because I don't see this specialist very often. This lady, she comes in. This is my first time meeting this person. She's a new doctor for me, and I think a new doctor to the practice because my doctor left to go be with family. This is the first thing she says to me: "You need gastric bypass surgery." Now, I could understand if I told her that I kick my butt in the gym, that I don't eat anything unhealthy, that I drink only water, that I'm super health conscious and I'm still not losing weight. I could understand her recommending gastric bypass surgery because obviously nothing I do is working, and so I obviously need extra help. But at the time, I was having at least a soda a day, if not two. I was eating sweets all the time. I always ate carbs. I always ate, spaghetti and rice and big helpings and sometimes double helpings. And without even asking me that, she kind of assumed that I couldn't help myself. And I don't know about you guys, but gastric bypass surgery, and any surgery for that matter, terrifies me because you're like asleep on a slab and someone's like cutting into you or doing stuff to you and you don't know what's going on because you're asleep. It really freaked me out. The prospects of having a surgery freaks me out. And so that was kind of a motivator, but the main motivator was the fact that this lady who had never met me, barely said anything to me, is already recommending that I get surgery because I can't help myself. And I was just really frustrated at that. It really, really, really bothered me. And I think that's the line that I have with medical care workers, because I have no issue if you tell me that I'm fat. I know I'm fat. I can see. I have a scale. I weigh myself. I understand, and I know that it's not good for me, and I'm trying, and some people don't try because they just let life carry them away and they don't really realize what they're doing to their body, like I wasn't realizing what I was doing to my body. But there's that, and then there's someone coming up to you without even asking you what you're doing to lose weight, telling you that you need a surgery to be better. And I'm sure that the surgery would cut pounds like right away, and I would have less to worry about. But I've heard so many people who have gastric bypasses or bands or different types of weight loss surgeries. I've heard so many people have had such bad experiences with that, like it fails, that it doesn't help them, and I'm sure it's all about discipline too, like to a certain extent, but at the same time, it just doesn't work for everyone. And I don't want to risk having a surgery and it not helping me and actually making me worse, and I would much rather be boosted and confident about my ability to control my life and control what I put in my body and control how much I weigh than to put my life in someone else's hands that I don't know in hopes that they can help me do all of that. And just like, it sucks because it's bittersweet, because I'm not happy that she said that to me, but I don't think that I would be where I'm at right now if she didn't say that to me, because it honestly just proved to me that some people are just really narrow-minded and think that someone who's overweight doesn't walk, doesn't move, can't do anything for themselves. And ever since I started, and then on top of that, I mentioned that I was tired all the time. And she kind of seemed to dismiss it like it was, just my weight. But come to find out, I have anemia, which the test results for that didn't come back for like 2 days. And anemia, one of the main symptoms of anemia is feeling tired all the time. And sure, I know that me being bigger doesn't help my energy levels. I get it. I totally get it. I just wanted to say all of that to say, people's situations are different. Now, everyone thinks that just because you call them fat, you're an awful person. Like, I have no problem with you stating facts. I have problems with you assuming my activity level, assuming that I'm not trying, assuming that I am less worthy of anything than you are. I'll tell this side story to make it just a bit more concrete. I had a friend, in college, and she was just about as skinny as this doctor, if not skinnier. Like, she was probably too skinny. So I was friends with this girl for several years, and she went to my college, but then she stopped going to my college. I can't remember if she couldn't make the grades or couldn't like get to class or something like that, but she stopped coming to college, but she would still come around every now and then. So one day after class and after doing my homework, I went on Facebook to just kind of catch up with people back home, just update people about my life, you know how Facebook is. And I get a message, because you know I was online, I get a message from her. And basically the message said that she was sorry because the whole time that she knew me, she judged me for being fat. She said that she never thought I would get a job and be successful. She never thought that I would find a man. She never thought I would get married. She never thought I would have kids. She never had confidence in anything in me because of my weight. But it's attitudes like that where people think that just because of your body size, you're not capable of anything. It gets under my skin. It frustrates me. It frustrates so many fat women, so many fat men, when you're told, obviously, no, I can't run a marathon, but I can have a successful job. I can get married. I can have kids. I can have a really cool life. I can go on adventures. Your weight doesn't determine your worth and your ability as a human. It determines your ability to have good health. It determines your ability to perform in athletic situations, but it does not determine your worth. It does not determine anything about who you are as a person. It just doesn't. And it frustrates me when people assume right off the bat that I'm not good enough, that I'm not going to do this, that I'm not going to do that. And now that I think about it, that story was a big motivator for me to prove people wrong. And I don't think that that should be something that people keep doing because it's very hurtful. But I'm thankful for my personal experiences with the people I know and the people I've encountered. But I hated every second of being told that I'm not good enough, that I can't do something, that I'm not capable enough of doing things for myself. I hated it. I still hate it. And if you're a fat woman watching this, if you're a fat man watching this, you are so capable. You have no idea what you can push your body to do. And you have no idea what just changing your diet can do for your body. And I really encourage you to do that and to prove people wrong. And don't take crap from people. Don't let people use your weight as an excuse to bully you, because it's not a good excuse. It's terrible. Don't let people do that to you. Like, honestly, stop it. That is part 1 of the video. If you want to watch part 2, I'll leave it in the clickable I button. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it provides a source of motivation for you, maybe education for you. If you're someone who's rude to people who are not skinny, maybe it, provided some education for you. And that's really all I have to say. I'll see you next time in part 2, and I think that'll be out a couple of days after this, maybe a week, I don't know, but look out for that, and I will see you later. Bye. Thanks so much for watching another video from We're the Allisons. If you like this video, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. Be sure to check out some of our other videos and follow us on our social media sites. Thanks for watching. See you next time.